TIFF is all about the film, celebrities, and red carpet action. But an integral part of the film festival each year are its art installations. This year's South Asian artist and filmmaker Shambhavi Kaul was able to showcase her latest project called Fallen Objects. And it certainly was a sight to see. So let's talk about Fallen Objects, which is an art installation by Shambhavi Kaul, an Indian-American artist and filmmaker. It's done in association with the Scrap Metal Gallery, and I find that a lot of the times the films at the Toronto International Film Festival can overshadow a lot of the beautiful projects and art installations that are actually part of the programming. Talk to me about this one.
Sure. Well, what we've done is we've combined the former Future Projections program, which was largely installation-based, with the Wavelengths program, because we noticed a real symbiosis between the filmmakers and the contemporary artists, and many are working in both fields. You know, there's a real overlap between artist, film, moving images, and cinema, really. So Shambhavi is someone that has shown shorts before in Wavelengths. She's shown 3 shorts before. This is her first installation, and it's very much in relationship to her own cinema and cinema in general.
I know that the art installation reimagines the cinematic space both inside and outside. How exactly does it do that?
Shambhavi is someone who has worked with the history of cinema. She grew up in India. Her father, Mani Kaul, is one of the most important Indian filmmakers within the whole history of cinema, so she's very cinema literate. And in fact, growing up in India, she watched a lot of Hong Kong wuxia films, and in that work there's a lot of Orientalism, you know, the pagodas, and so there are things that are really recognizable as exotic, and she reconfigures that cinema, sort of taking it apart and displacing it, so we recognize what we're seeing, but we're not quite sure. So she builds these landscapes that are really science fictive, and that, you know, sometimes she shoots, but mostly she recycles found footage. And I think moving outside of the gallery space, where she's always been engaging with the history of cinema and how it affects our memory, she's created a spatial installation where she imagines people being outside of the space, but more just their consciousness and their memory.
How important is it to have that a part of TIFF's programming? Because sometimes those who come to the festival may get lost in the stars or the feature films or the blockbusters, but there's so much happening in terms of art at TIFF. You know, there's Festival Street now, and we've got, you know, different things available to cinema lovers there, including music. So how does this all come together in sort of the programming at TIFF?
Well, I have to say, one of the most beautiful things at TIFF is this diversity, right? You have big galas and stars, and then you have experimental cinema and everything in between. So many foreign films, and then, you know, someone like a Brad Pitt. So that sort of experience of being diversified, I think we've taken to another level. So I think what we're trying to do is have symbiosis between different art forms, you know, whether it be music, performance, and installation, and just diversifying for the audience.
Don't forget to stay in the loop for your weekly dose of glitz and glam from the world of entertainment with ANOKHI Pulse TV, and stay tuned for more exclusive access to what's hot and happening from behind the velvet rope.